Hi, welcome back to our traffic safety series. If you've been with us for the past couple of weeks, you know that I'm Tara DeStefano from the Highway Safety Network. I'm the Community Traffic Safety Project Coordinator in Berks County, and I've been bringing to you a traffic safety series covering a variety of traffic safety topics. As you can see here, again, my name is Tara DeStefano. I have some social media accounts that I would love for you to follow. My Traffic Safety Tara is on Facebook, and on Instagram it is Tara's Traffic Safety. If you are enjoying the topics and the videos and you'd like to drop me a message and let me know, I'd appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can reach me. I will definitely get back to you. Like I mentioned, we've been doing this for a couple weeks now, and this week our topic is pedestrian safety. I'm choosing to cover pedestrian safety because at some point in life we are all pedestrians and we have to know how to be safe pedestrians when we are out there. Also, some of us are drivers, and we need to know how to treat pedestrians when we encounter them on the roadways. So we are talking pedestrian safety today because unfortunately our pedestrian crashes and fatalities are trending the wrong way. We have been seeing in the last few years pedestrian fatalities going up rather than down in Berks County. So we want to really talk about how to change that trajectory, how to change the direction of our pedestrian crashes and fatalities. We don't want them going up, we want them going down. We are on what we say is the road to zero. Zero crashes, zero traffic fatalities. We want to get our roads on the road to zero. So what can you do? You may think that there's nothing that you can do, but really we all have to play our part. It's everybody's responsibility, and we must work together to eliminate these crashes and fatalities. So let's talk to our drivers. Our drivers need to know some things. We need to know the laws, we need to know to expect pedestrians at crosswalks, and we need to not drive distracted. Drivers have just as much responsibility as the walkers. They also need to know that by law, pedestrians do have the right of way in a crosswalk. And a crosswalk is any street corner to street corner. It doesn't have to be lined. It doesn't have to be electronically signaled. It is just any street corner to street corner. So in that crosswalk, that pedestrian does have the right of way. Crosswalks are an extension of the sidewalk, and we know we don't drive on sidewalks. So again, we have to give that pedestrian their right of way in the crosswalk. We also have to remember when we are driving to pay attention. Distracted driving it's really an epidemic right now, and it is one of the main reasons why we are seeing a lot of crashes and fatalities going up. We always want to remember to pay attention, and that also distracted drivers do pose a major risk to pedestrians, even pedestrians, especially pedestrians in crosswalks. Our pedestrians need to know the law. They need to know where it's safe to cross, and they also need to not be distracted. They have to do their part. By law, they have the right of way in a crosswalk. But if they are in an electronically signaled crosswalk, they must obey that electronic signal. To be safe, they must also go out of their way to cross in a crosswalk, not cross mid-block, out between parked cars, not to cross the street somewhere where cars aren't expecting pedestrians. We want to also be, as we're walking, be predictable. And just like driving, we don't want to walk distracted. We want to be watching traffic. We want to know that those drivers see us. We want to make sure that we don't have our cell phones in front of our faces, that we're texting or looking at something. And we also want to make sure that we don't have anything in our ears, no earbuds, no AirPods, because we want to be able to hear traffic also. When crossing the street at a signaled crosswalk, the pedestrian must wait for that walk signal. Even if there's no traffic that's in sight, it's smart to follow the signals because the traffic could really show up very quickly. With the signals, it's advised to look and still listen for that traffic. And even as you're stepping out into that crosswalk, once getting the walk signal, it's really important that you continue to look and listen for traffic as you are crossing the street. We always want to be walking with our full attention. So let's talk about some pedestrian safety tips. What can we do as pedestrians to stay safe out there? Again, we have to do our due diligence. We have to do our part to keep ourselves safe. We can't just be negligent walkers. We have to be very, very safe and very aware when we're walking. So if you know you're going out walking at night, we want to make sure that we are dressed appropriately. As you can see, these folks right here, they are dressed in dark clothing. It's very dark at night. It would be difficult for a car to see them. And you can see the difference in this picture. You put some reflective material on them. A car's headlights hit that reflective material. They are easily seen. So again, if you know you're going to be out walking at night, wear something bright, reflective, easily seen. It's also a good idea to maybe carry a flashlight or have a light attached to you. I know I've seen a lot of those. The runners will have lighted vests or lights for their shoes. So you want something that you can be seen. It's very important that we're seen so the cars can do their part to help keep us safe as pedestrians. We want to make sure that when we are walking, we walk against traffic as far to the side of the road as we can. We are walking against traffic so we can look in those drivers' eyes and know that they see us and they can see that we are there. We want to be able to see what they are doing. If you see a driver coming toward you looking down at a cell phone or looking the other way, you know that they're not looking at you. So that's why it's so important that we walk against traffic so you can see what that driver is looking at. And also, if there is no sidewalk, you want to make sure, like I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure that you walk as far off to the side of the road as you can to stay away from traffic. And just like when you are walking against traffic, when you are crossing the street, you want to make sure that the traffic is stopped and that you can look in the driver's eyes and know that they are stopped there and they see you in the crosswalk. You want to make sure that that traffic sees you. You don't want to cross in front of a driver who is looking down, because they might not see you crossing the street and they may look up quickly and hit the gas simultaneously, and that could end up in a crash and a fatality. You know, it's just the reality of it. We don't want to have those crashes, so we have to be vigilant walkers. Now, this video here is of a distracted walker, and this actually occurred in Berks County a few years back. It was inside the Berkshire Mall, so it wasn't in traffic, thankfully. It's a little humorous, but it's also a warning. And I don't know if you remember how that woman texted herself into the fountain. She's walking out there and goes right into the fountain. Luckily, she crawls out of the fountain, so I'm guessing she wasn't too hurt. Though I would have assumed that her ego was pretty hurt. But just as easy as it was for her to text herself into the fountain, it is that easy for us to walk or text ourselves into traffic. And that's why it is just so important that we don't walk distracted, especially out on roadways. And like I had mentioned earlier, we don't want to have our cell phones out when we're walking. We don't want to have anything in our ears. We want to make sure that we can see and hear traffic. We don't want to play any video games. They not only take our eyes and ears off the road, but it also takes our brain off the task of walking. So we're not even thinking about where we're walking or what we're doing at that point. So video games are highly distracting. And finally, you don't want to be goofing around. There's no horseplay when walking, no shoving friends or goofing off. And I'm going to show a couple videos. This section here is for parents to maybe grab your little ones. These are my wonderful walkers, and it is a preschooler's introduction to walking. It is a 3-part series that I will be showing. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hi everyone, my name's Mila. And I'm Poppy. And we are Wonderful Walkers. We are here today to teach you guys how to be wonderful walkers just like us. First, we need to learn some special words. The first word is walker.
A walker is someone who uses their feet to get places. The fancy word for people who walk is pedestrian.
But we are just going to say walker. Is this person a walker? No.
Is this person a walker?
Not quite.
Is this person a walker?
No.
Is this person a walker?
Yes. The second word is traffic.
Traffic is cars, trucks, buses, and any other vehicles that need to get places. They're all called traffic. Is this traffic?
No.
Is this traffic?
Not quite.
Is this traffic?
No.
Is this traffic?
Yes.
We are all walkers. Some places that we may walk are to the school, a friend's house, the store, the library, or even the park. Now let's talk about being a safe walker near traffic.
What's a safe place for walkers? Sidewalks!
What are some things that we should be doing when we're walking on the sidewalk?
Walking, no running. No playing around or pushing friends. Stay away from cars and busy roads. Always walk with a parent or adult, and don't walk distracted. No toys, phones, or earbuds while you are walking. If you remember these rules, you will be wonderful walkers just like us. Wonderful walkers! Hi everyone, my name's Mila. And I'm Poppy. And we are Wonderful Walkers! We are here today to teach you guys how to be wonderful walkers just like us.
Today we are going to learn how to cross the street safely.
Yes, it's important to know the step for crossing the street safely.
How many steps are there?
5.
What's step number 1?
Step number 1, hold an adult's hand.
It can be a mom, or a dad, or a grandma, or a grandpa, a teacher, or even a crossing guard.
Today it's my big brother.
Now that you have an adult to help, what's step 2?
Step 2, find a safe place to cross. We want to be able to see traffic and for traffic to see us.
It is always safer to cross at a crosswalk. We never want to cross between parked cars. Sometimes it's good to go out of your way to find a safer place to cross. So now that we found a safer place to cross. What's step 3?
Step 3. Stop at the edge of the road. It's called the curb.
What's the next step?
Step 4. Look and listen for traffic. We look left, then right, then left again.
Don't forget to listen. Once it's safe, what's the final step?
Step 5. Cross quickly and safely. And keep looking and listening as we cross.
Remember to walk, not run, and pay attention. We never want to be distracted when we're walking.
If you remember these rules, you will be wonderful walkers just like us. Wonderful walkers! Hi everyone, my name's Mila.
And I'm Poppy.
And we are Wonderful Walkers! We are here today to teach you guys how to be wonderful walkers just like us.
Today we are going to learn how to cross the street safely at intersections.
What are intersections?
It's where two or more roads meet or cross. Sometimes intersections have street signs or traffic lights to help direct traffic.
What helps direct walkers at intersections?
Some intersections have painted lines and signals to help walkers.
What are painted lines called that walkers use to cross the street?
That's a crosswalk. It's where drivers expect walkers to be crossing the street. The crosswalk is an extension of the sidewalk.
What are the traffic signals for walkers?
Some intersections have electrical signals to help walkers know when it's their turn to cross. The red hand tells a walker to stop and wait. The walking man is the way walkers know it's their turn to cross the street. We should always obey the signal to be safe.
It's important to know the step for crossing the intersections safely. 1. Hold an adult's hand. 2. Stop at the curb and wait for a signal.
Very good. What's the next step?
3. Look and listen for traffic.
What happens after the traffic signal shows the walking man?
4. We look left, then right, then left again before crossing.
Good job! You always want to make sure cars are stopped before crossing the street, even if you have the walk signal.
5. Cross quickly and safely, and keep looking and listening as we cross.
If you remember these rules, you will be wonderful walkers just like us.
So I hope you enjoyed my Wonderful Walkers. I had a great time making that video. And as I had mentioned earlier, if you have any questions or comments, please follow me and reach out to me at Traffic Safety Tara on Facebook and Tara's Traffic Safety on Instagram. I would like to thank you for joining me again this week in our Traffic Safety series. I would like to thank the library for hosting this series, and I look forward to speaking with you next week. Thank you.